In this video, we're going to talk about the Signal Yup, one of the boards from the Every Third Thursday video series. This is a board that is very versatile. It looks like it's a powder board, but you can still go out and rail bank slalom turns. Now, Billy Anderson worked at Burton before he worked for Signal, and he clearly had some design input on the branch manager. This board is Signal's branch manager, which for any of you out there that know how much I love the branch manager, buy this fucking thing. This is a board for railing turns, popping because it's got back foot camber. It's got the ICS channel for choosing your stance options. It's got a great shape to it for funneling snow off when you're in the POW. This is a board for a versatile all-mountain freerider, someone that wants a board with a little bit more play to it, something that they can dork around with but still charge when they need to. This board features traditional camber, which is what Signal is sticking with. Snowboards have had it forever, and that's what they're giving you. The Yup is that quintessential all-mountain freeride directional flex. So you have a slightly softer nose that progressively stiffens up to the tail. With a decent amount of torsional flex, you can really twist this board. It's stable to a point. I mean, if you go Mach 10 through a mogul field, you're going to get bucked around with this board. And on a groomer, you might notice a little bit of chatter up in the tip, but it doesn't resonate back underfoot. By and large, this board is just designed for slashing snow and still getting on a groomer and pointing it when you have to. There is so much snap in this board. It is so easy to engage and pop with it. It turns rollers into launch ramps and side hits into mega booters. You can pop off anything with this board and just send it. It's not an aggressive board to load up. In fact, you'll realize right away that this board just has a lot of snap without having to put any effort into it. It wants to rebound, it wants to pop, it wants you to get up in the air. It's one of those boards that's designed for snapping and getting up on top of fresh snow or going off a cliff. It's great. It's just fucking great. That's really the best way to describe it. There's a little bit of rebound when you butter with this board, so be prepared for it to spring you out of any butter you do with it. The nose is the easiest tip to butter on. It's just a little bit more flexy than the tail. You can leverage your weight out on it because it is directional and set back. But the tail, you can do those weird like slashy, freaking surfy wheelie things. But this board does a good job at buttering. I'll just leave it at that, yeah. This is one of those boards that rolls from edge to edge. You can feel it just transition very smoothly. It's very fluid. You don't have to worry about it. This is one of those boards that rolls from edge to edge. You can feel it just transition very smoothly. It's very fluid. You don't have to worry about it. The side cut is amazing on this board. If you want to rail a Eurocarve, center flex the crap out of that board, drive your back foot into the camber zone, load it up, push that knee into the center of the board, and slingshot it out of turns. This board can do any kind of carve variation. It can even go backwards if you want. I mean switch, fakie. I don't know. Old people have weird names for go and switch these days. This is a board you can just carve on when you get on groomers. It rides everything like a bank slalom. So you can just go in, accelerate into the turn, spring it through the middle, and slingshot back out. This is a board you don't have to worry about when you're chasing POW and getting on a groomer. In fact, by and large, I love this board. Okay, so it's been no secret that in the past I've loved the Burton branch manager, and at that time, Billy Anderson, who now works for Signal, had been there. You can see how this is a progression of the branch manager. When you ride it, you can feel that it's a progression of the branch manager. If you missed out on getting a branch manager when I told all of you to fucking buy one, buy this instead. This board is amazing. It's one of my top picks for 2018. I love this board. I can't say enough great things about it. This is a deck you can just go out and shred with. You don't have to worry about it. It's versatile enough to be a POW board that you can carve on a groomer with. So for those of you that are looking for a POW board that you can still carve with, the Yup is your answer. This is a board for going out and slashing fresh snow, laying a trench on a groomer, and then maybe jumping off a feature. Yep, we're about to compare some boards, so sit back and relax. Here's a bunch of decks you should also be looking at. The Burton Working Stiff, the GNU OG Carver, the DC Super Nat, the Smokin' Jetson,
the Degenerati Model 1, the Spring Break Slush Slasher.
Remember to comment, share, subscribe, and like this video. That way you can see all the relevant or irrelevant snowboarding content that we're putting out for you guys. So smash that bell down below, that way you're getting a notification. And I'll see you guys in another video. If you've been enjoying all these product reviews and you haven't been buying through our affiliate program, which is down there, why don't you check out our Patreon? This is a great way for you to get involved with us. There's some great rewards on there, and it helps fund us so we can do more product reviews for you guys that enjoy what we're doing.